Pet care assistant interview questions and answers.
Good morning. Thanks for coming in today. Please have a seat.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So I see you're interested in our pet care position. Can you tell me a bit about your experience with animals?
Absolutely. I've been working with animals for about 8 years now. I started volunteering at my local animal shelter during college, and that really sparked my passion. Since then, I've pet sat for neighbors and friends, and I worked part-time at a doggy daycare for 2 years.
That's a great experience. What would you say is the most challenging part of working with animals?
I'd say it's recognizing when something's wrong. Animals can't tell you if they're in pain or feeling sick, so you have to be really observant. I've learned to watch for subtle changes in behavior, eating habits, or energy levels. There was one time at the daycare when I noticed a usually energetic beagle being unusually quiet. Turned out he had an ear infection that needed immediate attention.
Good catch. How do you handle aggressive or anxious animals?
Patience is key. I always approach with calm energy and give them space initially. With anxious animals, I've found that soft voices and slow movements help. For aggressive behavior, I never force interaction. I try to understand what's triggering them. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's territorial behavior. I'm also trained in safe handling techniques to protect both myself and the animal.
What do you think makes someone good at pet care?
You need genuine compassion, but also responsibility and attention to detail. It's not just about playing with cute animals. It's about following feeding schedules, administering medications correctly, maintaining clean environments, and being reliable. Pet owners are trusting you with family members, so you have to take that seriously.
Speaking of which, how would you handle a situation where a pet owner's instructions conflict with what you think is best for the animal?
That's delicate. I'd start by having a respectful conversation with the owner to understand their reasoning. Maybe there's a medical context I'm not aware of. If I still had concerns, especially about the animal's health or safety, I'd provide information or suggest they consult their veterinarian. Ultimately, though, the owner makes the decisions unless there's actual neglect or abuse involved.
Fair enough. One last question. Why do you want to work in pet care specifically?
Honestly, it's one of the few jobs where I feel like I'm making a real difference every day. Whether it's making sure a dog gets exercise and socialization, or providing companionship to an older cat whose owner works long hours, it matters. Animals give us so much unconditional love. I want to give back by ensuring they're healthy, happy, and well cared for.
Well, I appreciate your thoughtful answers. We'll be in touch within the week. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, actually. What's the typical day-to-day like for this position, and what animals do you primarily care for here?
Great question. Let me walk you through that. So, we primarily work with dogs and cats, though we occasionally have small animals like rabbits or guinea pigs. A typical day starts at 7 a.m. with morning feeding rounds. You'd be checking each animal, making sure they ate properly, have fresh water, and documenting any concerns. Then there's cleaning. Kennels, litter boxes, play areas. We maintain very high hygiene standards here.
That makes sense. What about exercise and enrichment?
That's the afternoon focus. Dogs go out in groups based on size and temperament for supervised play sessions. We also do individual walks for dogs that are better one-on-one. Cats get enrichment time in our cat room, toys, climbing structures, that sort of thing. We rotate activities to keep things interesting for them.
How large is the team I'd be working with?
Right now, we have 4 full-time pet care specialists and 2 part-timers. Everyone works together, but you'd typically be assigned specific animals to monitor throughout your shift. We believe continuity helps. Animals do better when they have familiar faces caring for them.
I completely agree. What about emergency situations? What's the protocol if an animal needs immediate medical attention?
Excellent question. We have a vet on call 24/7, and we're partnered with an emergency animal hospital 5 minutes away. Staff are trained in basic first aid, and we have clear protocols for different scenarios. You'd never be expected to handle a medical emergency alone. There's always a supervisor available, and we prioritize getting professional help immediately.
That's reassuring. And what opportunities are there for growth in this position?
We encourage professional development. Many of our staff have gotten certified in pet first aid and CPR, animal behavior, or specialized training like senior pet care. Some have moved into supervisor roles or transferred to our training department. We also cover continuing education costs if it's relevant to your work here.
That's really appealing. I've actually been thinking about pursuing certification in animal behavior.
We definitely support that. It's valuable for understanding the animals in our care. Now, I should mention, this job can be physically demanding. Lots of standing, bending, lifting supplies or larger dogs. You'd also be working weekends and some holidays on a rotating basis. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, absolutely. I'm in good physical shape, and I understand animals need care every day, not just weekdays. I'm flexible with scheduling.
Perfect. One thing I like to ask, tell me about a time when you made a mistake while caring for an animal. How did you handle it?
Pauses thoughtfully. Last year, while pet sitting, I accidentally gave a dog his evening medication twice because I hadn't written it down immediately after the first dose. I panicked at first, but I called the owner right away, then contacted their vet. Thankfully, it wasn't a dangerous overdose for that particular medication, but the vet had me monitor him closely for several hours. I learned to always document immediately, no matter what. I also implemented a checklist system for all my pet sitting clients after that.
I appreciate your honesty. Mistakes happen. What matters is taking responsibility and learning from them. How do you handle the emotional aspect of this work? Animals you care for might get adopted, or sometimes there are difficult situations.
It's definitely hard sometimes. When animals I've bonded with get adopted, I try to focus on the positive. They're going to a loving home. That's the goal. As for difficult situations, like when animals are surrendered or dealing with sick animals, I think having a support system helps. Talking with colleagues who understand and knowing I'm doing everything I can for them in the moment. I don't shut down emotionally, but I've learned to process it in healthy ways.
That's a mature perspective. Well, I think I have a good sense of your qualifications and approach. We're interviewing a few more candidates this week, but you're definitely a strong contender. Is there anything else you'd like me to know about you?
Just that I'm genuinely passionate about this work. I know it's not glamorous all the time. There's a lot of cleaning and repetitive tasks, but I find it meaningful. I'm dependable, I'm a team player, and I'm committed to providing the best possible care. I'd be honored to be part of your team.
Thank you. We'll contact you by Friday with the next steps. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to hearing from you.